Welcome. I'd like to welcome everyone to our stakeholder engagement evening and just thank you so much for being here. But first, I would like to express on behalf of the board our most sincere gratitude and thanks to everyone, to staff, to families, students, staff who are in person in school, staff who are at home, and that's all staff, that work within Parkland School Division, to our contractors, our bus drivers, our senior administration. So we've gone through the first 5 months, and so over these first 5 months there have been a lot of changes and a lot of differences. Things are not exactly the way that we're used to them being, and so to everyone for the part that you played to continue to put your efforts and energy and dedication to teaching and to learning in all of those areas for anyone associated with Parkland School Division. Just a huge thanks on behalf of the board. It's so important to still have this, so even though we can't be meeting in person, it's still critically important for the board to hear what it is that anyone associated with education in Parkland School Division is thinking about education in Parkland School Division. So as trustees, it's critically important to engage because we need to listen. So we listen to learn, we listen to hear all of the different experiences, we listen to understand perspectives, and we know as a board, as senior admin in Parkland School Division, that a lived experience that I have is not the lived experience that you have or anyone else has. No one has that other than me. And so if I don't share that and if I don't listen to your lived experiences, then I just don't have the fullest sense of how we can do what we do, how we can do better about what we do related to education. We have six assurance priorities as assurance elements, as the governors, the trustees, and 3 of them really are highlighted through the stakeholder engagement. Stakeholder engagement is one, communications, community relations, and then all of that leads into the ongoing improvement. So we connect all of those together, and the only way we can do all of that is by listening to folks tell us their stories of education in Parkland School Division. It's probably just ping in and we'll listen for a while and then pop out, and you can just think about us being in the rooms when we were able to meet in person, and that's what we did there as well to get that sense, to hear the conversations. It's much better when we can hear them ourselves. I'm not saying that people who, the folks who are doing the note-taking and all of the rest of it don't capture everything, because they do, but you always hear, when you hear yourself, you might hear just a little bit differently. So yeah, we'll be in and out, and looking forward to it.
So thank you very much for coming tonight, and welcome on behalf of the executive team. We want to just say thank you so much for joining us from your homes or from your offices or wherever you are in front of your computer screen tonight. We want to just take a couple of minutes to walk through the process of what's going to happen. In your room tonight, you will have already met a couple of school-based administrators. Their job is to keep the conversation going and to take copious notes of everything that you have to say tonight. So please make sure that you talk as much as you need to talk, say everything you need to say, because it's their job to make sure that it all gets recorded. Their job is also to make sure that we talk a little bit about education, both in the midst of and beyond our COVID-19 pandemic. And so they're going to be pushing you a little bit to talk outside of what the current structure might be as well. So after tonight's conversation ends, the real work starts for our administration team in terms of theming all of the information we heard tonight, putting it together in a format so that trustees can see clearly what was said and what some of the priorities are for stakeholders. That information feeds into our education plan and also feeds into our annual education results report, both of which you'll see in future postings on our website. You will see, and this is the great thing about our personal stakeholder engagement opportunities, is you will see quotes from tonight's engagement in both our education plan and our annual results report. And that shows, that provides that assurance to our stakeholders that yes, we did hear you, yes, we did listen, and yes, we are going to pay attention to what that makes education look like in the future. Thanks again for participating. We hope you have a wonderful evening, and take care.
Parkland School Division, where the world opens up.